Ryan, a really tough one tonight. How do you assess that?
First and foremost, again, like I said it at Handsworth, apologies to the fans that came out. That was an absolute embarrassment, if I'm being honest. First, again, credit goes to them. I thought they were excellent. They've got a really good squad, really good side. They're probably not where they should be in the league, but they wanted it more. The be all and end all is that they wanted it more today. The game was all right to start with. We'd kind of put a little bit of pressure on the lads that tonight we're the only league game. You can go and make a little bit of a gap between us and dropping out the playoffs if we won. And obviously we just never ever at any one point in the game we just never got going at all. Just bullied from minute 1 to minute 95, and it should hurt. It hurts me. I don't think I've ever been as embarrassed in football. I was embarrassed standing there. It was just a really bad night at the office.
We conceded 4 goals in just 14 first half minutes. It was a bit of a capitulation, wasn't it, really?
We've gone from having clean sheet after clean sheet to we can't defend. We can't defend any ball in the box. We said before the game we know what they're good at. They've got some really good players in midfield, but the real quality they've got is the 9 down the middle, Paddy. But you've got to try and stop it at source, so it means everyone's got to try and stop crosses coming into the box or letting the ball get recycled into our box. But at the end of the day, you've got to know where he is in the box. We didn't. We had no idea where he was at any point, so if he didn't score, he got an assist. And I just said to him now, I don't think I've ever seen a number 9 dictate a whole team as much as he did. Anyone he came up against, he just brushed them off, bullied them. And at the end, to be honest, he was coursing through the game. And it just really disappointing.
You get into half time to regroup a little bit, and to concede, I think it was 20 seconds into the second half. It was crazy, wasn't it?
Yeah, you're almost speechless, and you can't believe what you're actually seeing at times, because obviously we did give them a bit of a rocket at half time, and rightly so. They deserved it. And you just said stay in the game. You never know what happens in football, but try and kind of obviously limit crosses again. 20 seconds, we give the ball away, they cross it in, he nods it back, scores. It was like they just were either listening or they just couldn't be bothered to listen, if I'm being honest. So yeah, and then you're 6-1 down. The game's done. I mean, it's done at 5-1, but at least you've got 45 minutes to play. When it goes to 6-1 and you've still got 42 minutes to play. And then I thought, to be fair, the subs that come on done well. I thought Ashton, who came on, it took an 18-year-old kid to kind of really go into the middle of the park, win seconds and show a bit of desire and hunger. So well done to him. When we said that in the change, I thought Des done well tonight. I felt a bit sorry for him. Got his goal and he's held the ball up well. Charlie T comes on, Alex Charlesworth comes on, does okay. T comes on, and Nathan comes on. And it's hard for them players because at 5-1, I wouldn't have blamed them for not wanting to come on. So fair play to them. They give us a little bit more, but overall, just a really poor night at the office.
And just on our goal, obviously, makes it 4-1. You never know. Miguel has a really good chance that goes just wide, but then we concede again pretty much straight away at the other end.
Yeah, 4-1, and Des, it's a really good goal. Grabbed the ball, drove past a few players, finishes it well, deserved his goal. And then you think, well, you never know if you get another one before half time. We've all seen what can happen in football, but realistically, the way we were defending, the amount of set pieces we were giving away, and the way we were actually defending them, and that's the keeper included really as well. He's been excellent, Alfie, but he's just had one of those nights tonight, and it's difficult being a goalie because if you make one mistake, it often ends up in the back of the net. But just, we'll reflect on it. It's hard at the moment because it is really hurting, but at the end of the day, they've been fantastic so far this season. It's just a real shame that we lose our kind of unbeaten league home form with such a bad performance.
Oggy away on a holiday, Charlie Owen injured, and obviously Callum Hodges now left. Their absence was pretty told tonight, wasn't it?
Massively. That's why you often think that all three of them are probably one of the first names on the team sheet when they're here. Callum obviously gives us that presence that he wouldn't have been bullied by that 9 like we were today. I think in midfield, obviously Charlie Owen, we're missing his energy, we miss his legs. Same with Ollie Metcalf, and then Oggy. That's why you're there. And like I said, I thought Des done well, but it's a shame because you say to players and you challenge them, go and keep your shirt, go and make sure that come Friday night when we're picking the squad that you're in it, picking the team Saturday you're in it. But they've actually just created a whole more problems and a lot more questions than answers.
Just on Charlie Owen quickly, how serious is that injury that he picked up on Saturday?
We're not sure yet. It looks quite swollen, similar to his ankle injury earlier on in the season. So we're hoping a couple of weeks. So we'll have to see. And again, it's up to lads that are in the squad to go and earn the shirt. And it just, I'm a bit speechless, as you can probably tell in the interview. It's just one of those things that I didn't see it coming. Often you have games where you think, oh, actually Saturday might be I did not see that coming after the Beverley game, where we can go to Beverley and we can go to Pickering and we can play Chef FC at home and we can kind of show up, because which is wrong, players think that they're the big games. Every game in this league's a big game. Okay, you want to go and get out of this league, you want to be in the playoffs, so you want to be around that top half. So every game's a big game, and I think, to be honest, as a team, we disrespected it tonight.
We've obviously had an unbelievable start to the season. Do you think mentality played a part in tonight?
I think it does. I think sometimes subconsciously it plays a part. I think you think, oh, we've gone to one of the top sides in the league in Beverley, and you become complacent. I said it at Handsworth. As soon as you're complacent in a game of football, that's when you deliver performances like that. And that needs to stop quickly, because it will happen again and again and again if you don't change that mentality. And that's up to us. That's up to us to try and change the mentality of the group. Like I say, I can't complain too much so far this season. They've trained really hard, they've worked hard, but there is little signs starting to creep in, which is unfortunate for us. But you have them in a season, I imagine, as obviously first year in management, that we're having those testing times now after that performance. So we'll have to really sit down tomorrow, and we'll train Thursday, and obviously we've got another big game here Saturday against Eccleston.
Yeah, you'd be expecting a big reaction, won't you, on Saturday?
It's got to be. Well, listen, we know we're going to have to make changes, because we can't have that level of performance. It's not necessarily the level of performance, the level of commitment, the level of desire to want to beat and win your one-on-one battles, and then we just didn't have that. So we'll have, like I said, big talks over the next few days. We'll train Thursday, which hopefully will be a bit of a reset, and hopefully for a reaction Saturday.